It is time.
It is time, fellas. Mortal Kombat 1 has finally been announced, and we finally got the reveal trailer. I had a fun time, man, reacting to that video. That was easily, without a doubt, one of the best gaming videos, reveals that I have ever seen. But today, man, since it is time, according to Fire God Liu Kang, right? It is time that we make our Mortal Kombat 1 roster prediction. So for those of you who may not know this, man, Mortal Kombat 1 is introducing a brand new in-game mechanic. What they're calling this mechanic is cameos. Cameo fighters are a unique roster of fighting partners to assist you in battle. So what this means, man, is we're not truly gonna get a tag mode, but in a sense, we are going to have a separate roster for assist. I think it has potential to create a lot of cool combo routes, but at the same time, let's say I wanted to use a character like Baraka, but Baraka is only a cameo fighter. That means I'm just shit out of luck, man. There's nothing I can do about it. If NRS decides they want Baraka to be a cameo fighter and not part of the base roster, then a Baraka fanboy like myself, man, we just have to hold that L. We truly have to hold that L. Based off of Mortal Kombat 11, MK11 started with 25 in the base roster. So I'm going to take that initial thought and I'm going to set the base roster to 25. However, I do believe this will be the biggest roster to date, of course. But now that we understand cameo fighters exist, I think that is the reason. It's not that MK1 is going to have an insane base roster, but it's going to have a fairly large base roster with the cameo roster to kind of back it up. Solely based on the MK1 reveal trailer, we already got 8 base roster characters confirmed. Starting with the man, the fire god himself, bro. We got Liu Kang, of course. The next one that was revealed, man, was super shocking because I honestly thought this was the Great Kung Lao at first. Raiden has an all new look come Mortal Kombat 1. He is no longer a god after MK11, and he is now human form Raiden. So will Liu Kang pass him his electric abilities? I'm not sure. I wonder if he's gonna have a whole new fight style, whole new game plan, whole new moveset. That'll be pretty unique, you know? That'd be cool to see. But then, of course, as soon as I thought that was the Great Kung Lao, we got the Kung Lao reveal. So Kung Lao is confirmed, and I'm pretty excited because I honestly think this Kung Lao looks absolutely ridiculous, man. His best look to date. And then for all the queens out there, man, we got Kitana as well as Melina. If you guys saw my reaction video, I truly geeked out when I saw Melina. They did not. They put oh, nah, stop it, bro. Melina, yo! So, brother, I guess I'll admit it, man. I'm a motherfucking Melina stan at this point. Let's be honest. And then the 2 OGs, man. You cannot have Mortal Kombat without these two. Scorpion and Sub-Zero confirmed. And then, bro, the character that truly took over that reveal, Shang Tsung, bro. Oh my god, can we talk about this for a second? Shang looks absolutely ridiculous, man. His best look by far. Like, this is Shang Tsung, man. I'm a big fan of Kerry Tagawa. You know, fun fact, my dad is actually good friends with Kerry Tagawa, or he was, you know, a few years back. So I'm a little biased when it comes to Kerry being Shang, but brother, man, this is Shang Tsung. Like, when I look at Shang in this MK1 reveal, he is him, bro. I'm a little confused because when you go over to the Mortal Kombat official page and you go under the frequently asked questions section, Johnny Cage is listed under the characters playable. However, with that thought in mind, the new leaks are indicating that Johnny Cage is only a cameo character. So that makes me think, are characters allowed to be in the base roster as well as be a cameo character? Or is it one or the other, man? That is a huge question that is up in the air right now. I'm just gonna wait for an official announcement. I'm gonna assume that Johnny Cage is playable in the base roster. So we will go ahead and just add him in there, making it 9 already confirmed characters. All right, so we already got 9 confirmed characters for the base roster, man. Starting with Liu Kang, Raiden, Kung Lao, Kitana, Mileena, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Shang Tsung, and Johnny Cage. Again, this is solely my prediction. I can't wait to look back on this 4 months from now and see how accurate I actually was. So here we go. The OG Ninja, for sure, has to be base roster. I think a lot of people would be upset if he wasn't. And on that same topic, we got to see Human Smoke back. Even if they give us a Nenra, I would be okay with that. No more Dryborg Smoke. Give us Human Smoke. So a character like Bo Raicho is for sure on my base roster prediction because this character is a master. So it only makes sense that you need someone like him to guide a character like the Great Kung Lao in, you know, the martial arts, you know, the Shaolin martial arts. And then on that same note, man, just like Bo Raicho, who is a master, you know, even though he did learn from Sub-Zero, Kenshi is another character that is just a master class of his own. You know, since it is a new realm, a new era, you don't even know if Sub-Zero still has the skills that he does because everything is reset, man. In Liu Kang's world, everything is reset. So does Kenshi learn again from Sub-Zero? I feel like if that is the case, it does make a lot of sense. You can have a total reboot with these characters and still have them follow the same steps, but this time the outcome will lead to something different. In a huge throwback to the 3D era of characters, I look at Ashura, man, and I think it's time. I think if NRS were to introduce anyone from the 3D era once again, Ashura is on the list of characters that deserve a spot here. And you know, I just took a look at this Adenian right here. Tanya, man, that would make the most sense. We already have Mileena confirmed. These two right here, you know, it makes me think because with the Kameo idea, it would be really cool to see Tanya assist Mileena. But at the same time, we need some badass female characters, bro, and Tanya fits that description perfectly. This next character was actually shown in the MKX story, but she just was never playable. I was always ready for her to be DLC, but she just never came. And that would be Serena, man. Another godlike female character in the lore, doesn't get the love and credit she deserves. These next two, man, are kind of like a package deal. Because I truly don't think that Shang is the actual boss in MK1. I know it's kind of depicted that way right now based off the reveal, but I truly believe Onaga is going to be the main villain in the storyline. I think they want this new era to be, you know, invaded by Shang, but Shang has access to so many souls, man. So who will be on Onaga's side? You already know. The 3D era days are here, man. Havoc will be joining us again in the base roster. This next one might make you guys want to slap me across the face. I know this character gets a lot of hate. However, when you put it into perspective, again, a whole new realm, a whole new reality. The man Cole Young has so much potential to be involved in this game. It's not even funny. A lot of you guys don't like this character and don't want to see him included, but just based on the fact that we are resetting the timeline, resetting the story, it does not make sense that they introduce this character into the movie, but not in the game storyline. Because where did he come from? He had to come from somewhere. If there was any opportunity to finally introduce Cole Young the correct way, this is it, man. So yes, I am predicting that Cole Young is base roster. And again, man, in a world where a timeline is reset, although Liu Kang controls this new reality, I still think the idea of time plays a huge role, right? So when I look around this list of characters, I take a look at a character like Geras, and with the idea of time and the timelines in a sense, Geras being on the base roster honestly would not shock me at all. I do think NRS is going to show some love to all of the female characters. So as I do take a look around, I don't see Jade not being in the base roster. I feel like this character is pretty iconic. The Edenian queen herself, man. I feel like it's only right she's in base roster. And of course, you can't have MK without Big Daddy Shao Kahn, man. And as a package deal, you gotta have Sindel right there next to him, man. The timeline is reset, but I still think these two iconic characters have to be in the game. Whether they are cameos, whether they are DLC, I don't think Shao Kahn would be DLC because we got him as DLC for MK11. But again, we also got Shang Tsung as DLC for MK11, and here he is DLC again. So you never know, man. But the base roster, with these two included, makes a lot of sense to me. For that final spot, man, you know, so many great characters. But I do think Reiko will be in the base roster, man. You need a team, bro. Without these characters, again, you have to introduce a new god. There is no new god in Liu Kang's world. So Reiko, Sindel, Shao Kahn, Onaga, Ashra, and Havoc, man. What a god-like lineup of evil characters. So that, man, right there is truly my Mortal Kombat 1 prediction for the base roster alone. So I truly believe we will see at least 10 cameo characters on release. Starting with Li Mei, man. I think she's a great pick for a cameo fighter, as well as Tremor, man. Whether it was Metallic, Crystalline, or Aftershock, Tremor's variations were some of the best NRS designs that I've ever seen. Now, we all know that I'm a huge Aaron Black fan, so I gotta throw him in there as well. Aaron Black has always been part of the lore, and I think that's what a lot of people don't realize, is that even though these characters are technically new, I'm not talking about like the Kombat kids, but a character like Aaron Black has been part of the MK storyline for some time, man. Shinnok is definitely coming back. Yeah, I would truly be shocked if he didn't. Shinnok is just one of the most iconic villains in MK. So to not see him at least as a cameo fighter would really be shocking. And man, this one pains me, okay? You guys call him a jobber, it hurts me. I call him Sussy Baka. Baraka, please, for the love of God, please NRS, man, do me one favor. I don't think he will make the base roster, of course, but I have faith that my man Sussy Baka will be a cameo fighter. Bro, just let him run in with Blade Charge and let him get out of there, man. That's all I'm asking, NRS. You know, at first I thought this next character should have been on the base roster, but based on the storyline after seeing the reveal, my thoughts started to change a little bit. So I think Chameleon, man, is going to be just a cameo. I don't see Chameleon having any true benefit to the storyline here. However, I still think we're gonna see her somehow. This character has become a staple in the past 2 MK games. She continues to kill off all of the OGs. The one and only Bug Lady, man. I would absolutely love to see D'Vorah at least be a cameo character. I don't care if she's not in the base roster necessarily. However, I would love to see her new design look in MK1, bro. I think she is one of the coolest characters introduced from NRS. I think she has one of the coolest designs from NRS. So it's only right that I put her in my prediction, man. Back to the 3D era of characters. I gotta go with Nitara here, man. I think Nitara has been discredited. You know, not a lot of love for Nitara, but I think the character is pretty unique. She's fairly cool. She was in the Mortal Kombat movie. I think this character can definitely work as a cameo. Rain has been a classic ninja in Mortal Kombat for some time now. However, Rain isn't a significant ninja like Scorpion or Sub-Zero. So I'm only gonna put him in cameo fighters because I just don't think he's as relevant as the other ninjas. My gut feeling is telling me that if this character does come back, Fujin will only be a cameo character. Now, granted, I'm gonna cut it off at 10. I do believe that NRS will introduce 5 brand new cameo characters for every DLC, every combat pack. But now, man, moving on to DLC, because this is where a lot of you guys are probably freaking out. Noah, you didn't put Ermac. Noah, you didn't put Quan Chi, man. Noah, you didn't even put Cassie Cage. Side note, I don't think Cassie Cage is coming back, man. My gut feeling is telling me that she's out, bro. I don't see this character even having any relevance, you know. Sonya Blade's dead. It is what it is, man. Like, hey, we're just being honest here, right? Sonya's dead, so why is Cassie relevant here? I don't know. So DLC, we're gonna start with the most badass ninja in Mortal Kombat. Ermac better be in this game. If he's not, we riot. But I do believe he will only be DLC. Next to him, man, I wanted to put this character in the base roster because he is truly one of my favorite Mortal Kombat villains. But Quan Chi is, without a doubt, making a return, man. Next to him, bro, I just don't see this Australian motherfucker sitting out of MK, bro. Kano just has too many savage moments, bro. It just wouldn't be the same without this guy. And this next one's gonna be interesting because I said before that Cassie has no relevance. However, a character like Takashi Takeda, still has relevance, and based off of my base roster prediction with Kenshi, man, I definitely see Takeda coming back. So a character like Noob Saibot, without a doubt, could be really impactful in the storyline. However, you could say the same about Quan Chi, Ermac. So I'm gonna put him here as DLC. I think we will see Noob Saibot in the combat pack. And again, in the DLC section, all of these characters have potential to either be base roster, just, you know, in the combat pack, or they could be cameo. So it's 50-50 at this point. If you're gonna have Takeda, you gotta have Kung Jin, right? But do I think Kung Jin will be a DLC fighter? No. I really think this character will be more of a cameo fighter. It makes the most sense to me. But I would love to see this character make a return. I was actually shocked that he wasn't in MK11. Scarlet, man, that's another great character as well. I actually think Scarlet would be more beneficial as a cameo fighter. So for the sake of a combat pack, man, we are only gonna choose 10 characters because I think there will be 5 DLC, such as joining the base roster, and then 5 DLC just for the cameo roster. So 10 total. So that means we're gonna have 10 DLC total, which is very cool. And I just cannot imagine another MK game without the robots, bro. We gotta see Cyrax. We gotta have Sector. Cyber Sub, maybe. I truly don't think he will be. You know, I think it would just be a waste in a sense. But you gotta have Cyrax and you gotta have Sector, man. This final pick is a pretty unique character. We saw a glimpse of him with Shang Tsung's fatality in Mortal Kombat 11, but Kintaro hasn't been available to us in quite some time. I think this character is so badass. I think it makes more sense to see him over Goro. You know, I want to continue the list because we also have Combat Pack 2, which is probably, you know, not for a year after the release of MK1. So I'm gonna cut it off right there, man. We got 25 in the base roster, we got 10 cameo fighters, and we got 10 DLC, 50-50 for whether they will be a cameo or in the base roster. So that's my prediction, man. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to let me know which characters are in your predictions, which characters you agreed with, which characters you disagreed with. We gotta continue the MK1 hype, bro. So I'll catch you guys in the next one.